Serious Americans who moved away from the U.S. What are the pros and cons of where you live now? Asterisk asterisk attention. Serious tag notice asterisk 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 jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted. https://www.reddit.com/r/wiki_rule_6-rule_6-closing parenthesis in asterisk comment, parent or child. Asterisk parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Asterisk report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an AMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. Asterisk I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit message compose to =r*ascredit if you have any questions or concerns. Asterisk. Rural Ireland for 5 years pros. Affordable and non-defensive healthcare. Beautiful nature. Pretty much no dangerous animals, small enough to make day trips to the big cities. Cons. Very little diversity. High cost of living. The government only cares about Dublin and Cork. A lot more sexism than I was accustomed to. Canada. Pros. Less violent crime per capita. Health insurance care costs less in taxes than the cheapest private plan I ever had in the US. $1 and $2 coins are fun. Better transit than the US cities I've lived in. Poutine is delicious. Cons. I live in China. Pros. Virus is gone equals normal life. Cheap AF. Earn lots. Super convenient transportation, payment methods, good food. Cons. Well, I probably shouldn't write them. They might be watching. But one for sure is being a foreigner. Everyone thinks foreigners have the virus still and they really make you go the extra mile to prove you don't. Moved to Argentina about 4 years ago. Moving back to the US sometime next year. Pros. Life is simpler and people seem to have a lot less stress overall. Cons. I could probably go on for a lifetime, but I'll highlight the most important ones. Systems, and the organization of those systems, in everyday places such as banks, grocery stores and pretty much all public services is nearly non-existent. Even though the US can be a shit show with a lot of stuff, we've got it wired as far as efficiency with public services, at least where I'm from. I guess we have capitalism to thank for that. Also, sarcasm, don't attack me lol. In the US we take a lot for granted, such as stable internet connection, as well as several businesses that offer free internet, great customer service, the list goes on. Here, you can pretty much never guarantee any of these things, and if you complain about them, nobody really does anything to solve the problem. Everyone seems to have a, oh, yeah, well that happens, sort of mindset. While the US certainly is far from perfect, I found that the people who complain most about the US are the ones who haven't ever lived elsewhere, especially in a place much less privileged. If I've learned anything from living abroad, it's to not take for granted some of the extreme privilege I have had growing up in the US, even with its fucked up government. Moved to England. Asterisk asterisk pros. Asterisk asterisk the NHS. I won't go broke if I get hit by a car and need emergency surgery. 25 days paid holiday minimum a year, and we're actively encouraged to take them. Proximity to European countries for traveling. England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and Ireland are all gorgeous and amazing to travel around. No passport needed. Same language, although regional differences sometimes cause misunderstandings. Pants equals underwear. Trousers equals pants. I don't worry about getting shot by police or random members of the public. Asterisk asterisk cons. Asterisk asterisk the NHS is severely underfunded, so if you have a non-urgent medical issue, getting it fixed can take quite a long time. Every time I'm introduced to someone new, they ask what I think of Trump gun laws. Can't vote over here until I'm a citizen. Mental illness is still a bit of a non-topic over here. There's still a stiff upper lip mentality around it in many places. Hard to get prescribed things that you'd easily be able to get in the US. For those that moved away, can you include how difficult it was to do so legally and the application immigration process? Moved to Italy. Cons. Nothing is convenient. There are number 24-hour stores. Scheduled times are more of a suggestion. If a store opens at 10 a.m., it will actually open anywhere between 10:15 to 10:40. Personal protection laws make no sense to me. You are not allowed to attack home invaders. Pro-driving laws are more lax. Easy traveling. Literally every comment has healthcare listed. Isn't the pros? Get your shit together, US. Canada. I can't stress this enough. Free healthcare. I'm surprised at how easy it is for Americans to immigrate elsewhere, yet so hard to do it the other way around. I really want to go back one day, but being 25 and with my student status ending soon, I doubt it's gonna be easy. Move to Mexico. Pros. The people hate Trump as much as I do, if not more. The cost of living is super low. Public healthcare, a private option, is available if you can afford it. Eternal summer. The locals are incredibly friendly. The food is amazing. Acquiring resident status is very easy. COVID restrictions, masks, health screenings, etc., are mandated by the government and no one argues. Mexico is not all poverty and remote desert as is commonly believed in many places in the US. Cons. The bugs. Never been bitten by so many mosquitoes in my life. The president actively and unapologetically advocates in favor of communism. While the people are friendly, it is a legitimate concern, more so in certain states over others, that some people have ties to very dangerous people, which makes it difficult to trust people. Moved to Canada a decade ago. Pros. A middle class. Not just a, I'm not in poverty this month. Class. Working class wages are actually a thing. So are real unions. I think that's probably related. Healthcare. Jesus fuck. Until you live in a grown-up big boy country, you don't truly get the extent that US healthcare is just fucking bananas. Maternity leave. My sister was ecstatic she got 6 weeks mostly unpaid leave with her new baby. As a professional, that's horrifying. My wife got 1 year and her union tops her up to 96% of her wage for the first 6 months, and she makes A for the rest. The culture is, sorry Canadians, almost identical. You just have to learn a few different store names. There's more differences between the regions of the US I've lived in than there is between where I grew up and Canada. Cons. It snowed once in October and I didn't see grass until a few weeks into March. Then it snowed in April just to remind me what I've done. Randomly find myself adding, hey, to the end of sentences. I know it's supposed to be, a, but in truth they do both quite a lot and there is a distinction. Edit. I'm on mobile. Formatting was not so good. I had cancer surgery and didn't have to pay for it. 5 paid weeks holiday. Because of my age I don't pay for my medication and I can get on the Eurostar and be in Paris for brunch. Moved to Japan in 2018. Pros. Affordable healthcare. Healthier and more active lifestyle due to walking and running for the train. Sushi. People are polite and helpful if you need help. Lowish cost of living. Always something to do, even if you live in the countryside. Living in Kansai region means easy access to cities, historical areas, and awesome nature scenery to hike in. Vending machines on every block is a godsend in the summer heat with cold drinks for $1. Cons. Creepy other foreigners. Had a guy from NZ try to kiss me at a club and tried to make me touch his bare chest. Creepy Japanese people exist too. Many people running to Japan thinking it's like anime. COVID support could have been better and not enough testing. Earthquakes, typhoons, murder hornets, some aspects are too militaristic, people are almost too passive sometimes. All in all, I love living in Japan and I have no regrets. I lived in Japan for nearly 3.5 years and I fell in love with it. The pros. 1. The food, holy shit the food. 2. The sight. 3. Entertainment. 3. The people, more or less. The reason why I say more or less for the people is because everyone is so stressed out all the time. The culture for an American is a nightmare, all the rules and taboos, and the bureaucratic nonsense that makes doing anything take a million years nearly broke me. Cultural Japan needs to chill the fuck out and take a deep breath. I can't recommend going to Japan, but I'd rather shoot myself than move back. And I don't care who you ask, kanji is so annoyingly stupid. Trump supporters and Swedes are the only people who agree that mask wearing is taking away their freedom. Amazing family social support and parental leave. The hospital bill for a 5-day stay fit my daughter's birth was $20. In several countries, Americans and Europeans visitors are treated better than their own citizens. Move to Australia. Pros: universal healthcare, preferential voting, no community transmission of COVID in my state for more than a month, very generous legally mandated annual leave and long service leave for permanent employees. Cons: it's hot, like super duper hot. We keep changing leaders as often as we change our socks. I keep getting geo-blocked when I try to look at cool things on the internet. Yes, I know VPNs exist. Video games cost $100. I once found a big spider in my bra when I went to put it on, and I once found a venomous snake in my bathroom at 5 a.m. when I had a sleepy pee. Edit. Someone asked to include how difficult it was to immigrate. For me it was relatively easy, but that is due to timing more than anything. I married an Australian, which made things a lot easier. However, I have heard that the process is a lot longer and more arduous than when I did it more than a decade ago. I paid a decent chunk of dollar and filled in some forms about me and provided proof of our ongoing relationship. I'm not a mail-order bride, I promise. I can tell you that the interviews to prove our relationship was stressful, and equally stressful was waking up every morning thinking that the decision regarding if I could live with the person I love is in the hands of a stranger and not knowing when that decision would be made. Been in France since 2004. Pros: 1. Nobody's really into monologuing and putting others in their place, except those who watch too many American TV series. 2. Nobody's really hateful beyond the age of 15. 3. People try to act well-mannered in public and look very badly upon those who are verbally violent or disrespectful. 4. Social protection and employees' rights. 5. In non-COVID circumstances, easy travel to nearby countries and a variety of destinations. 6. The wine, cheese and gastronomy. 7. Art, culture. 8. Outdoor activities, beaches, mountains, etc. 9. Mask regulations are taken seriously and enforced. Cons: 1. The language. After 16 years I'm good, but it's still an effort. 2. Paperwork out the yin-yang. 3. Progress is very slow. 4. Being an outsider in some people's esteem. 5. Pro: you get a well-rounded education, learn many languages. The list goes on. Con: they all think you're those hardcore rednecks, Trump supporter or a Karen. Please note, I have no opinion if you're a Trump supporter or not. I'm stating from what I've seen. A lot of people where I live are not pro-Trump. I wonder what could have possibly spurred this question. Australia. I'm actually in the US right now and kind of stuck here due to personal reasons and the pandemic, but we still have our Australian home and will be heading back as soon as travel restrictions lift. Pros: almost everything. Seriously though, other posts have covered this, but good salaries, better work-life balance with a more leisure-focused culture, guaranteed vacations and healthcare, retirement system with minimum 9.5% employer contribution, fantastic quality of food, even basic supermarket stuff tastes so much better than the US, and pretty nice weather for most of the country. Ranked choice voting nationally, and elections run by an independent electoral commission who also sets district boundaries according to a neutral data-driven formula. Oh, and essentially COVID-free right now. 7/8 states had 0 cases yesterday. The one remaining state had 3 cases. Cons: it's smaller and more isolated market, so if consumerism is your thing, you'll find less variety of goods and services, fewer options for things like streaming services, though with VPN and a valid foreign address most of that is a non-issue. Certain things like cars and appliances are more expensive. Opening hours for stores are shorter and deliveries from Amazon etc. are a bit slower. You may also find salaries in certain industries are a bit lower than the US, though still pretty good by global standards. But overall the pros vastly outweigh the cons. Lived in Ireland for a year, and plan on moving back. Long story short, bar exam delays because of COVID, and #X200B. Pros: the people are super friendly, like insanely so. You can go from a big city to the middle of nowhere in an hour or two. The entire country takes a lackadaisical approach to basically existing. Serious crime is almost non-existent, as is police brutality. They are part of the EU, so there are actual human rights, and #X200B. Neutral hit-miss, the weather is super consistent. It is going to be cold enough you need a jacket, and it is going to rain today. Every single day. I know to some people this is awful, but to others this is great. It rarely gets cold enough to snow, and summer lasts a few weeks, and #X200B. Cons. The rent in Dublin is insane, like NYC levels, homelessness is a problem as is petty crime, and really be ready to tell people to piss off, like the young woman who all of a sudden comes up to you with a sob story about her and her 5 brothers and sisters. The bureaucracy is also laughably inept. Like as a student you have to register and get an ID, which is going to take you all day, and no one will ever ask for it, no exaggeration. Pros: amazing food, kind people and no COVID. Cons: can't complain. Pollution is bad in the bigger cities. Though I really do love Vietnam. Switzerland. Pros: very beautiful, hiking trails everywhere, excellent fast and reliable public transportation, goes everywhere, usually extremely punctual, everything is very clean, good pay, high salaries, pretty fast internet, central location, travel to other countries is fast normally, except COVID, good healthcare, heated floors, low crime rate and #X200B. Cons: expensive, variety of food and shopping not as varied as the US, but travel to other countries is fast, driving behavior is not at all as relaxed as in the US, making close friends with locals is harder, but there's lots of friendly expats, dreary foggy in many areas for most of the winter, expensive. Living in the Netherlands nearly 11 years. In no particular order. Pros. Good public transportation, both in cities, throughout the country, as well as to other European countries. Affordable healthcare, affordable cost of living, city dependent, of course, decent wage, overall more financial and social stability. Here in NL I don't need a car, more financial and social equality, nightlife and party life is amazing. Much more underground culture here than in the States and #X200B. Cons. Far from family and friends, in the beginning it was hard to integrate, it took me like 5 years to really learn the language, then everything was okay. More hierarchy in professional life. Been in Taiwan since 1999. I go back to visit every 2 years or so. Pros: 1. Affordable healthcare. 2. A healthier diet, on average. 3. Better public transportation. 4. Cost of living, outside of Taipei. 5. A safer place to raise my kids. Cons: 1. The constant threat of China. 2. Ambivalence about Taiwan's national identity. 3. Summer heat when I have to work. 4. Good hamburgers and pizza hard to find. 5. Worrying about my kids' future. See, number 1. Thanks for watching. See you later.